What's up, everybody? This is emag2411 on youtube.com. Now, this was breaking news yesterday, I believe, on Tuesday. Because WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka is being charged with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree murder. Okay, now we're going to get to all of that right now. Every report, you're going to get it right here. So don't worry, guys. This is as seen on WrestlingInc.com. So a news conference is being held in Lehigh County, Pennsylvania, officially announcing that WWE Hall of Famer Superfly Jimmy Snuka has been charged with third-degree murder and a lesser-included charge of involuntary manslaughter in the 1983 death of Nancy Argentino. Now, while the Allentown Morning Call was the first to report that he's being charged, Sarah Cassie of Lehigh Valley Live was the first to name the specific charges on her Twitter account. So basically, follow her on Twitter if you want. So basically, she said, breaking. Looks like James. It's not funny. But, okay, no, because she's like, James, it's not James, it's Jimmy. Or maybe that's his real name. But Jimmy Snuka has been charged with third-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter. Jimmy Superfly Snuka charged with third-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter, sent to LCJ and LIEU of 10% of $10,000 bail. According to Cassie's ongoing account of the news conference, Snuka is believed to be posting $10,000 bond on a $100,000 bail right about now, with the surrender of his passport as a condition of his release, with Snuka undergoing cancer treatment. It was felt that incarcerating him would be an undue financial burden on taxpayers. The grand jury's findings will be released soon, but the district attorney noted that they cited Snuka's inaction in getting Argentino medical attention for her head injury. Snuka appeared before the grand jury, but he didn't testify while several new witnesses did. We'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Okay, guys. So yeah, there's still a lot to this, so don't go anywhere. Now, apparently, this was his girlfriend, but this happened in, 32 years ago? Hell. Oh my god. Hell is far from when I was born. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this would take so long to come out, why they would just do this now, arrest them or whatever. I don't know why this would take so long, 3 decades. I'm not sure why, to be honest with you. I don't know why. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of weird. In my opinion, I mean, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, I mean, I don't know. Don't you think this is a little bit weird that this is basically like coming out so now late ahead of time? More, I mean, I don't know. I mean, her body's already what? You know what I'm saying? Her body's already, gone. Obviously. I mean, I don't know. Her body's already rotted and stuff to pieces. I mean, I don't know how they can do this now. I mean, this should happen a long time ago, but the family apparently wants to get them in print. They just want to find the rightful person that did it, and yeah. So, I mean, I don't know why this is, I think he's 72 years old and he's having health problems and all that stuff. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so here's an update. Now, Bill Apter denies arrest reports. Just to let everyone up to speed here. Isn't this guy on YouTube or something? Isn't he with Andre Corbeil or something, I believe? I don't know. As mentioned earlier, WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka was arrested today on charges of murder and manslaughter. This was yesterday. Many outlets reported that Snuka was arrested at his home. Legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter took exception to this, posting a video saying that he wasn't arrested at home, but after arraignment, which Snuka and his wife went to willingly. after it said that Snuka was arraigned, technically arrested, but immediately posted bail. After also mentioned that Snuka is now at home with his wife. So yeah. This is very shocking and bizarre. Because this is not, I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes you just don't know what news can come out, especially with Jimmy Snuka, an old man, and I mean, I didn't see this coming. I don't think no one did. Well, I've got an update on the man that got shot at the Performance Center. I'm just gonna pile it into this video. So the man shot by a sheriff's deputy on Monday outside of the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. 29-year-old fan Armando Alejandro Montalvo was still in critical condition at the Orlando Regional Medical Center as of Tuesday morning. He had surgery on Monday afternoon when ambulances brought him in. CBS also reports that the deputy who shot Montalvo, Corporal Stephen Well, was not injured and in accordance with departmental policy. He has been assigned to non-law enforcement duties for a week. It was also noted by multiple people that people saw Montalvo in possession of a knife on Monday. We noted before that he was swinging a big chain during one of his many incidents at the Performance Center. Many bizarre social media posts by Montalvo have been uncovered since the incident, including one where he is it's very disgusting. He's spreading urine and feces on the WWE's building. His Facebook page indicates that he submitted a Tough Enough audition video earlier this year, but obviously was not accepted. According to Orange County Sheriff's spokesperson Jeff Williamson, Montalvo was previously the subject of a Baker Act order in which a person can be involuntarily detained for mental health treatment. Hopefully this man can get help. I mean, I hope he doesn't go to prison, to be honest with you. He's a psychopath. I don't know, he's crazy. I mean, I hope the guy can get help, though, and can maybe get straightened out. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Here's more details on the Jimmy Snuka murder case. So, yeah. As it was noted earlier, W Hall of Famer Jimmy Snuka is being charged with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree murder in the death of a girlfriend over 30 years ago, according to Lehigh County authorities. Now, Snuka was arrested this morning in New Jersey after being arraigned at about 1:50 p.m. The case was reopened last year after a newspaper posed questions regarding the death of Nancy Argentina in 1983. Rumors and legends has rolled around the death since it occurred. Snuka claimed that he returned from a WWF show on May 10th, 1983 to find Argentina gasping for air and oozing fluid from her mouth and nose, according to records. Snuka had told several people that he shoved Argentina earlier in the day, causing her to her head. That's what it says, causing her to her head. But he later changed his story in his autobiography, saying she slipped. Snuka was never charged in the case, which went cold in June of 1983. Now, according to TMZ, police took notice of the radical change in Snuka's story, which helped lead to the case being reopened. It was announced in January 2014 that a grand jury would reopen the case after the autobiography had a story from the Morning Call. Argentina's sister, Louise Argentino Upham, commented to the Morning Call about the arrest, and I quote, "I think that it's been a long road," Argentino Upham said. "They did the right thing in face of all the evidence." Snuka's daughter, Sorona Rahir Snuka, currently performs for the WWE as Tamina Snuka of Team Bed. Yeah, what does that mean for her career now? Is she gonna get depushed? Is she gonna get buried? Is she gonna? I don't know. But yeah. No, but I do gotta say this. I was honestly thinking about it. Okay, now sometimes with these cases, I'm just gonna give my opinion on this. Sometimes these cases, like, there's no proof or evidence or something. That's what I always want to see, you know. But I'm saying is that basically they don't really have like anything, any real evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes it's just speculation that they just think that like what they think did it, and they just do. You know what I'm saying? They just do that. They just arrest a guy, or they charge him because they think that he did it, because he switches stories up, or he acts strange, he acts weird, he acts like he did it or whatever. I believe you need to have very, 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 very good evidence for, especially if you're gonna put him in bars. But and also, if you didn't know, this murder charges take over a cover of major newspaper. So WWE Hall of Famer Superfly Jimmy Snuka being charged with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree murder in the 1983 death of Nancy Argentina has been getting a lot of mainstream media attention. The story has been picked up by the Associated Press and was even mentioned in the E! News Channel crawler during last night's episode of Total Divas. It also made the front page of the New York Daily News, which is the fourth most widely circulated daily newspaper in the U.S. And there's the picture. Wow. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. There's been a lot of shocking news. Holy crap, people are gonna release people's comments. This shit, holy gosh. Here's additional notes on why grand jury indicted Jimmy Snuka on these murder charges. Now, this is according to Allentown Morning Call. I just hope they have the right call, at least. If he did it, he did it. But then he deserves it. But if he didn't do it, he doesn't deserve it. We don't really know. But earlier today, the Allentown Morning Call posted an article by Sarah Cossey going into the primary evidence against Jimmy Snuka on the death of Nancy Argentina that led to his indictment on charges of third-degree murder and a lesser-included charge of involuntary manslaughter. The information comes from the grand jury presentment, which Irv Mitchuk uploaded to his website as a PDF. The three primary factors cited in the indictment are, let's get to the first bullet point. So first, things first. The medical and forensic evidence from the autopsy report. Snuka's many conflicting versions of what happened. Okay, yeah, that is true. I gotta agree with that. Testimony about other domestic abuse incidents involving Snuka. But that doesn't mean that he would do this. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? The autopsy report was, for whatever reason, something that the district attorney's office had refused to release publicly for 30 years. The Morning Call found that in 2013, via the Argentine family's 1983 wrongful death lawsuit against Snuka, they won a default judgment. The coroner ruled the case a homicide, citing that Argentino's head injury was consistent with hitting a stationary object, but nothing, including the state of her clothing, was consistent with Snuka's story of her slipping and falling outside. She also had numerous bruises indicative of what was termed mate abuse. Snuka has given at least 7 different versions of what happened. The night Argentina died, it was either that he had shoved her and she hit her head, or she did it while they were messing around outside their hotel room. The version he settled on decades later, which is similar to what he said in his official police interview in 1983 for his autobiography, was much different. Now I will give him this though. Listen, isn't he dealing with issues or whatever, because he's getting older? He's 72 years old. He doesn't he have stomach cancer or something like that? He could be getting weirder, and you know what I'm saying? You know how old people are. Just letting you know. Sometimes they start getting mental. I'm just saying, hopefully I don't get death threats, or not death threats, but comments and shit for it, but you know what I'm saying? But one afternoon we were driving to Allentown, Pennsylvania, just she and I, from a Connecticut show because I had a TV shoot the next morning. We were drinking some beers and she asked me to stop so that she could pee. I pulled over to the side of the road and I waited in the car for her drinking. When she came back, she told me she slipped on the way and hit her head. I didn't see it happen, but I remember she told me she was jumping over a little river or stream that was there and she slipped. When the police pressed Snuka on the inconsistencies in 1983, Snuka said that hospital employees who told him he said he shoved Argentina, "We're talking too fast at me." In Tony Atlas's own autobiography, which was not cited by the grand jury, he wrote that his own now ex-wife Felicita was also dating Snuka at the time. Was in his and Argentina's room when it happened. According to Atlas, Lisa's version is that Snuka, enraged after Argentino said their drug dealer was out of cocaine, pushed her, causing her to hit her head on the desk. As for Snuka's domestic violence history, there were 2 incidents brought up. The first in January of 1983. Wow, that's very same year. Saw Snuka arrested for assaulting Argentino in Salina, New York. That one got a fair bit of mainstream coverage at the time thanks to police dogs being needed to restrain Snuka. Wow. Who pleaded guilty to harassment. In addition, according to the grand jury president, Sharon Gorgie, Snuka's ex-wife, and Debbie Rogers, widow of Buddy Rogers, they were the Jimmy and Sharon's neighbors, testified about Snuka beating Sharon in October of 1983. Also, Irv Machnik's original article about Argentino's death, while not cited by the grand jury, included this passage. Former wrestling great Buddy Rogers, who'd been hired by McMahon to serve as Snuka's TV manager and to get him to important matches on time, said he stopped driving with the Superfly after he brazenly snorted coke when they were in the car together. Jimmy could be a sweet person, but on that stuff, he was totally uncontrollable, said Rogers, who was also Snuka's neighbor on Coles Mill Road in Haddonfield, New Jersey. Snuka's wife, with whom he had 4 children, befriended Rogers' wife. Jimmy used to beat the shit out of that woman. Rogers said she would show up at our house, bruised and battered, but she couldn't leave him. He had her hooked on the same junk he was using. I don't agree with that. I don't believe in beating a woman. I don't believe in, calling girls bad names or whatever. I treat them with respect, no matter what. Just let you guys know. Now, I don't know. It could be true. I mean, I can't say it's not true. But if he has done that, then I'm losing some respect for the Superfly. That's all I've got to say. Just like Hulk Hogan. If you're on drugs and that might do that stuff to you. That's the thing. That's what happens sometimes. I mean, there's really nothing you can, I shouldn't say there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, you could quit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, let's get into it. Now, so there's a lot on the story. Because WWE has now removed WWE Hall of Famer Superfly Jimmy Snuka's profile from their official website after Snuka was charged on Monday with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree murder for the 1983 death of Nancy Argentino. His profile has also been removed from the site's Hall of Fame section. Snuka is only the second WWE performer to have their profile removed from the company's Hall of Fame section on the site. Hulk Hogan was removed this past July after racist comments that he made years ago service online. Unlike Hogan, as of this writing, Snuka hasn't been completely scrubbed from the site, and you can still find Snuka-related news items and videos. While Snuka and Hogan have been removed from the Hall of Fame section on WWE.com, WWE has yet to officially announce that either superstar has officially been taken out of the actual Hall of Fame. I mean, yeah, you're trying to erase them, but everyone's going to remember them, though. I mean, you can't pretend like nothing happened. I mean, you know what I'm saying, though? I don't agree with that WWE stuff. I mean, what? Yeah, he was never a pro wrestler. True. There's never the great Jimmy Snuka or the great Hulk Hogan. True. You gotta admit that. But he's suffering from, like, mental issues or something like that, I believe. However, now according to Allentown Morning Call, in an interesting development, William E. Moore, the attorney representing Jimmy Snuka, told the Allentown Morning Call that he sees the likelihood of Snuka being able to stand trial as doubtful, according to Moore Snuka. So was wheelchair bound and hooked up to a feeding tube when he surrendered into custody yesterday. He is not in good shape physically or mentally, said Snuka's attorney. I'm not sure he realized what was going on. I'm not even sure what his cognitive abilities are. I don't see it ever getting better. Would he even survive in jail? That's a bad question. He'd die sooner than later. Is suffering from partial dementia stemming from numerous concussions. He's had head injuries, just like football players have had head injuries. He suffered a number of concussions with all the antics he's done. Has limited recall and long-term memory, so he can't remember things. His faculties are so compromised you wouldn't know what he's saying. He doesn't understand any simple conversation. You put him up against a sharp prosecutor asking, remember 30 years ago when you said this? He has no recollection. Would not have been able to write a book. It was ghostwritten, though it should be noted he was still relatively coherent when it was released 2 years ago. He said he wrote a book. That's kind of comical with how the production schedule can go on that type of book. It's likely the author interviewed him closer to 4 years ago. Was bailed out by his first wife, Sharon Georgie. She had testified to the grand jury about Snuka beating her during their marriage. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for September 21st, but that may be delayed because Moore is unable to represent Snuka at trial due to a prior commitment. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. So he wouldn't stand a chance, so he doesn't go to jail? I mean, I don't know. That's the interesting part. That we don't know what's going to happen there. Now, as we first reported earlier today, WWE removed Superfly Jimmy Snuka's profile from their official website after Snuka was charged on Monday with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree murder for the 1983 death of Nancy Argentino. His profile has also been removed from the site's Hall of Fame section. We noted that Snuka-related content still appeared on the site. However, since that writing, it has been removed. WWE sent us the statement below noting that they have suspended Jimmy Superfly Snuka's Legend contract and noted that his images were being removed from their media platforms. And I quote, Jimmy Snuka's non-wrestling Legends contract has been suspended, and we are currently removing his images from our media platforms pending the outcome of this case. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Okay. True. I don't know. Who's gonna win this? I mean, I don't know. Will he go to... I mean, I don't know. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for the video. I mean, hopefully, hope Jimmy Snuka. I mean, if he did it, then he deserves it. He should go, in my opinion. If he didn't, we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, I'll keep you updated probably of the case when it comes out. What do you guys think about the situation? Tell me everything. Comments in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. That's gonna be it for this video. So. Make sure to like this video, share this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. This has been EMAC2411 on YouTube.com. My channel, my show. See you YouTube. Peace out.